have alternative internet?
Ah, they've taken it to the warehouse. So
Hmm?
they've taken it to the warehouse.
What should we get?
They've taken it to the warehouse.
Okay, to the warehouse.
Good morning, everyone. You're welcome to this week's training. So we still have some people that will be joining us. So please bear with us and stay with us. So by 11 o'clock, we are going to start irrespective, but we are still expecting people to join. So stay with us.
Noted.
You know,
Yeah, hello everyone. Good morning. So you're welcome to our bi-weekly training. So today we'll be talking about FaceKiosk. So we'll be talking about our visitor management, and we'll be talking about devices that are compatible for visitor management, which are the FaceKiosk series. So firstly, I'll so this is the way I'll go about it. So I'll talk about the devices, and uh, I'll talk about the device, how it works. Then I'll open up chats. So for questions as to how we can uh, implement the face kiosk solutions, like giving scenarios. So it means I'll be asking you all for feedbacks. So and you'll be giving scenarios on how we can implement the face kiosk. So um, areas of um, in other areas. So I'm talking about the overview, the solution introduction, then face kiosk introduction. So what are the pain point analysis? So back in the days, even till today, we still have some organizations uh, that use the traditional method of visitor management. Like, so you have the receptionist on at the reception desk. So the visitor will come in, then register his or her name in a sheet of paper. So if you have like 30 visitors, so let's take for example organizations like stock exchange, or some organizations with inflow of visitors. So we would expect the visitors to, the traditional method would be, we expect the visitors to stay in line and start registering. So a lot of people have been asking how we can tackle this situation. And the best solution for this now is with the introduction of our ZKTeco FaceKiosk H13C. So the way FaceKiosk works is that it gives you this easy control, easy visitors control, uh, just like we have entrance control, access control. So to me personally, I'll call this a visitors control. So, and not just that. So there are other things the face kiosk can do. There are other solutions that the face kiosk can. There are other solutions we can implement the face kiosk with. So, and I want us to now look at after this introduction, I would like us to look at the scenarios we can use, the the scenarios that can be applicable with using the FaceKiosk solution for visitor management in schools, in offices, in universities, or in boarding schools. So we are going to be looking at each scenarios, so that when you are giving a solution to your client, you're going to know that, okay, this is what will work. This is how you are going to do it. This is how applicable this is. So back then, the pain point analysis was that the insecurities, visitors are free to enter restricted areas. When you have about 100 visitors staying in line to register, to put their names on a book list. So sometimes we would have the security man the post, right? So, but the visitors here, they are the subjects, and who they are going to see, they are the objects, right? So if we have unauthorized visitors, they can just bypass the access control, which is the security man that is manned, the security personnel that is manned at the entrance of where they want to access the object. So in this case, the object I'm referring to is the person the visitor wants to see. So putting that in place to stop that, the FaceKiosk solution is a technology that has been adopted by so many countries, but is still like struggling to gain entry into the African market. So we have other insecurity risks, like anyone can view the visitor's information. You have, like I said, you have about 30 people staying in line. So the first person registers the name and the visitor he wants to see, the email of the visitor, the email of the personnel he wants to see. Then uh, another visitor can easily see the details and quickly capture the details offline and use the details that he captured for malicious purpose. So that is one pain point. Then another pain point is high cost, low efficiency, a lot of manpower resources. By the manpower, we mean having manned security at the gates, and sometimes it is not even secured, right? Take, for example, you have like about 1,000 people trying to gain access into a building. Like there was a time about last week I was at NSC, uh, and I could see the rate at which people come into NSC to see some NSC personnel. So with our FaceKiosk, this can easily solve. So then I was just standing and I was looking at all the points. I was like, our FaceKiosk can easily solve these processes of, okay, I have to come in, I have to talk to the receptionist. The receptionist has to like call the personnel before my entry. All those processes. So all those time constraints, you have it using the traditional method. So that's also a pain point analysis. So there's also difficult to collect a complete visitor list. Some people want to even fill the records. They'll just put anything. They won't even put proper they won't even use proper inputs to record so proper input for records. So they are just going to put anything. So these are the pain points analysis. So now the reason why we are adopting the FaceKiosk, our new visitor management solution, is to solve all these issues and is to prevent all these issues from happening, right? So we have the multi-ways to reservation, right? So this means that with our FaceKiosk, you can integrate it with our access control systems. You can integrate it with your elevator system. So in such a case whereby, so when a visitor comes in, right, they do a self-registration. Visitors can do self-registration, and visitors can be pre-registered by the personnel, right? Let's say I'm in my office, someone is coming here to see me. So the admin of the admin that is managing biosecurity, I could just reach out to the person a day or 2 days prior that, okay, I have this person that is coming to visit me. Then the admin sends a code to me. Then I register the person that is coming to visit me. So when that person comes, so the person just has to do a check. So once the person self-check, a QR code will be printed for that person. So if the person does not feel, if the person checks in and the facial identity of that person or the fingerprint identity does not match with the record of with the person's record, so there will be no QR code generated. So the purpose of the QR code is that, so when we have when we integrate our face skills, we integrate it with our Proface QR. So we have a Proface QR that can be used for access control. So Proface QR is an access control device. So it can be used outdoor, it can be used indoor. So when you come to our office at Victoria Island, you are going to see a Proface mounted very close to our VMS system, which is the FaceKiosk. So when the visitor comes in, they verifies that there's this sort of authentication. They get authenticated. Once they get authenticated by the FaceKiosk, so the FaceKiosk matches their data with the biosecurity. So the biosecurity sends a unique QR code to them for access, which will be valid from the entry times from that particular time uh, they are going to be visiting, and will be ending at a particular time they are going to be leaving. So with the QR code, they can use it to gain access to that specific building they are going, right? So let's say we have a visitor comes into an organization, right? And they want to see someone at the fourth floor. So after passing through all those process, if the face skills is integrated with our Proface and our elevator control system, so the solution can be made in such a way that when the QR code is generated, or when the visitor has been authenticated through probably facial verification, their information will be sent to the biosecurity, to our biosecurity software, which in this case, I'll be recommending biosecurity V5000. So when their data is sent to biosecurity V5000, what biosecurity does is that spread those data across multiple modules on biosecurity. So it spreads this across access. So on the access module, so it gives uh, a specific access level. So such that, let's say, me as a visitor, I've gotten my QR or my facial identification. I can now go to the I can now go to the SBT, or like you are seeing here, then verify my identity. So I get authenticated. So it gives me this. So when I get to the elevator, I authenticate myself. Then it takes me to the floor I'm only authorized to. So if I'm authorized to go to the third floor, the elevator control system takes me to the third floor. So when I get to the third, because I'm only authorized to get to the third floor in the elevator control system. So you could see the various security around this, and this is just integrating FaceKiosk with various access control modules. So I know some of us are familiar with ZKBiosecurity V5000, and we are familiar with some of these modules that I'm talking about. So which I'm still going to be showing. I don't really like showing slides, so I like showing the software, how it works, so we can all get accustomed to how the software works. So using this solution, you can integrate FaceKiosk with basically all the modules with elevator, with access. So such that when a visitor comes in, check in, a QR code is printed, or their facial identity is matched their facial identity is taken by the face skills and matches it into the biosecurity data. So when it does that, all their facial details will be sent to every devices that is placed in that organization. So in this case, to use a facial identity product, you definitely go for our visible light devices. So like our
Cool.
ProFace, you can make use of our Speed Face too. So for that. But if it is a QR code thing, because the FaceKio has basically two verification modules. It has the QR part, it has the no, it has three. It has the QR part, it has the facial identity part, then it has the fingerprint identity part. So if you're an organization that is deploying probably devices with fingerprints, then people can check it with fingerprints. So, and if you're an organization that is concerned with facial identity, the visitor can check it with facial identity. And if you're an organization that is particular about generating QR, then you can generate the QR and you can make use of our QR devices, just like QR 500, or you can make use of our speed face, as Proface uh, CDS. So
So on this, only many areas as bedroom. We need this very day to complete the work there.
so this is system architecture.
Okay. Before I said anything, are you guys not on the same side? It's a drawing that has been approved months.
Okay, so this is the system architecture. So you can see the FaceKiosk. So this is the FaceKiosk H1 H13C integrated with G4. We have our green label devices, G4 QR. You can also use Proface. So this is the integration with various modules on our Biosecurity V5000. So this is the interconnection. You connect Proface to the FaceKiosk module. You connect your SBTL, which is your entrance control system. You integrate your SBTL with the device, then you make the connection of those devices. You make the connection to the entrance module on V5 Biosecurity V5000. So don't worry, I'll be showing Biosecurity V5000 and we'll all be seeing it. I'm sure we've. So I'm sure. So someone is telling me to recap. So, okay, after this, I'm still going to talk about, we are still going to have a conversation. So if there's any area you need questions on, so you can quickly start sending in your questions now. So after the introduction and the training, we are going to talk about the system. So if there's any area you feel you don't understand, so just capture it down and we are going to answer it. There's enough time. So we have the G4QR. So then we have our EC10. So if you don't know about EC10, just write down your question. I'm going to explain it. So EC10 is a controller for elevator system. So there's a module on biosecurity. You know, the essence of biosecurity is for integration. So, and that's one thing ZKTeco has over every other OEMs. So we have a solution that integrates every module together. So the EC10 integrated with our elevator module, then the normal access control using our G4 and our locks, then using InBio with the QRs. So all these modules can be integrated with FaceKiosk. So you can think of scenarios where all this can be applicable, not just for visitor management, but for other scenarios. So after this training, I'm going to talk of a school scenario. Then you can see that FaceKiosk is not just only for, say, visitor management or anything. You can use it for other things that are related to visitor management, other scenarios, other solutions that are related to visitor management. So this is the system architecture. We can see our switch. So everything is seamless. So there's also an app for biosecurity where you can do self-reservation or you can make reservations. So you can make visitors reservation. So you don't have to, so your personnel also don't have to log in on the web-based biosecurity. They can just have the app on their phone. with the server side and the client side configured together. All right, so this is some scenario displays. So we have the face kiosk in the lobby. So when a visitor comes in, their details has been pre-registered by the personnel. So what they do is they come in, they make authentication. So the face kiosk authenticates their face either facially, either by thumbprint, or so when it authenticates, so it matches it with the biosecurity system and sends their information to every devices that is implemented in that particular organization. So we can see different devices. So this is just a scenario. So what are the solution advantages? So touchless visitor management, QR code for visitor check-in and access control, easy integration with biosecurity, health information declaration, complete visitor and access control records in the software. So these are the advantages of the solution. So the fact that the integration can be done with biosecurity, it is something that is really wonderful. So before moving on, so let me quickly answer some questions on the chat. So someone is saying, are these devices different? Yeah. So FaceKiosk H13C is a device. So we have FaceKiosk H13A too. So H13A is just like taking the top of this without using the stand. So that's H13A. So this FaceKiosk is basically and primarily designed for visitors management. So you can't say you want an access control solution and now use FaceKiosk. No. So FaceKiosk is used for visitors management, and you can integrate FaceKiosk with your access control system such that your FaceKiosk interacts with your access control system. So when a visitor comes in, let's say when a visitor checks in, it sends the visitor's information to the access control system. So it means with that, it means the visitor has been temporarily added to any of your access control device. So when your visitors wants to check in, there's no need to register them or anything because they've been temporarily pre-registered on the face kiosk. So you can just say face kiosk is some sort of a registration device, some sort of a device that pre-registers a visitor temporarily. So when it pre-registers you, you can now gain entry into the environment, and you can also set it in such a way on ZKBiosecurity such that you can set authorization levels. So by authorization levels, I mean access levels, such that when your visitor is coming, they are only meant to go to uh, that particular point that you're giving them access to. So that's just it. So how readily available are these face skills and the verifiers? So the face skills, they are readily available. So you can reach out to us on ZKTeco. You can call our line. So speak to our sales personnel. The face skills are available whenever you want them. You just need to contact our salesperson and you get it. And with the verifier accessories and everything. So, and that is why we are here. That is why ZKTeco is here, to bridge that gap between you communicating directly with China and having to send your goods down here. So, uh, we are here for you. So someone is saying, good morning, apologies, I missed the first 20 minutes. Are you going to send recording or presentation? Yes, I'm going to be sending this. So our sales personnel, they are going to be sending this to your emails. So you are going to be getting this slide. So
hello, good morning.
Yeah, hello, good morning.
Yeah, can I ask a question as we're going on?
Yes, yes.
Okay. I would like you to look. I would like you to come again with just to explain or explain the concept of pre-registration, self-registration, online
Okay.
registration. You mentioned all these things, all these concepts earlier.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
you talk about the fact that FaceKiosk is a system that encourages touchless registration, right?
Yes. Yes.
Did you say this? Touchless. But
Yes.
if
Absolutely.
touchless, because at the point of keying in your data, you are going to touch. You are definitely going to touch
No.
interface
No.
with
By
the device.
touchless. So by touchless registration, what we are saying is that. So let's say you are a visitor. You are coming to see me. So all I need is your picture, your photo, and I need your details. So once I pre-register you, all you need to do is come to my office. So when you get to my office, you just need to look at the face kiosk. Then it matches your face with the picture that you sent. So when it does that, it gives you access. So that is a touchless. That is one touchless method.
Okay. All right. Then is
Yeah,
it
sorry,
how do you now deal?
How do?
How do you not deal with the anti-spoofing
Yeah.
with the
So
picture?
all our visible light devices comes embedded with anti-spoofing with anti-spoofing settings. So such that you can't take a picture, you can't take a face picture, a fake picture, and use that as access. So it is going to detect you real time. So you can't have someone that looks like you come and say they want to gain access. It is not possible.
So, sir, good morning, sir.
Just explain this pre-registration, self-registration, online registration.
Yeah. So like I said, the pre-registration is, let's say you are coming to visit me, right? So you want to visit me. Today is Thursday. You want to visit me on Monday. So if I can get your details, pre-register you on the FaceKiosk device. So yeah, on the biosecurity, they call it reservation. I'm going to be showing it. So once I do that, so once I pre-register you, so I'm the personnel, I'm the one pre-registering you. So remember, not the receptionist, right? So when I pre-register you, so it saves your details on the FaceKiosk. So by the time you come to my organization on Monday, so all you just need to do, since we've had the agreement that, okay, you'll be coming on Monday. So if the Monday elapses, it will automatically delete your, because there's a date set, there's a time set. So if the Monday elapses, if the time elapses, or you come before Monday, you won't gain access into the organization. So that's pre-registration. So an online registration is that me as the administrator, so I can tell the administrator, someone is coming to see me, please, this is the person's email. So the administrator gets the email from me, then sends a link to the person that is coming to visit me, right? So the person will now register using that link. So that's online registration. So I'll be showing you that too.
sorry. You said something
Hello,
about
please, can I have something?
Yeah,
hello.
see, let's take it one at a time. So Mr. Samuel,
All right. Good morning.
good morning, Mr. Samuel.
Yeah, thank you for the enlightenment. I want to confirm this. You know, there are some buildings that already have a pre-stored, let's say, elevator,
Yes.
and it's not ZKTeco elevator.
Yeah.
So how does FaceKiosk, does it have a compatibility model that it can sync with that elevator? You know, you have OTS, you have other brands. So
Yeah.
how do you
Okay.
Face stuff do the linking?
Okay. So basically, if you have elevators that can be integrated with any control systems. So by this I mean new elevators with control buttons. So there are some elevators that have the NO control button, NONC control buttons. So if we have elevators like that, those are like, I think they are like the new elevators out there now. So all you just need to do is you get our controller, because our controller is basically what we'll be talking to the biosecurity. So our controller is what you are going to be integrating with the elevator control system. So once you do that, you add our controller to the elevator control system module. So once you do that, you add the FaceKiosk to biosecurity. Now the FaceKiosk can now talk with the elevator module using biosecurity as a means. So I'm going to be showing you the module on biosecurity too, so you can get what I'm really talking about.
All right, thank you.
So who else? Is there any other question? So before I move
Hello.
on, okay, Mr. Adams.
Hello.
Yeah, Mr. Adams.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Adams.
Please, I want to confirm from
Yes.
What you just said about
Yes.
elevator, and they have a key lock where you want
Yes.
to integrate the software of their key lock with the elevator.
Sorry, can you come again? Sorry, can you come again? Can you come again, please?
I said, what in an environment,
Okay.
hotel environment, lock?
Hotel log.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I said, what if it's an hotel environment
Yes.
where you have an elevator and they want to integrate their key lock? They already have a software lock, but they want to integrate it with, can your solution work for it?
So they have an hotel log, right? And
They have hotel lock already. So they want in a situation where when they create a card from their front office, they can use it to access the elevator, depending on the floor you want to go to.
Okay, so basically with your solution, so what is going on in my head now is that we are having hotel log. Sorry, where
Yes.
you are is a bit noisy. So basically, you're having your hotel system that is not a product of that is not in line with ZKTeco, right? So now you now want an elevator system that is in line with ZKTeco and a visitor management system that is in line with ZKTeco. So basically, what you'll be doing is integrating your software, your hotel software, integrating it with our biosecurity using API. So what you'll be getting from our biosecurity will now be your access data. So because let's talk about card access. You know, cards are basically embedded alphanumeric or numeric codes. So when the biosecurity takes in that code, so it stores as a JSON data. So it is that data you are now going to use to, it is that data you are now going to use as a point of exchange with your own hotel log software, right? So once you do that, and any hotel log you are using, if it recognizes that type of card, so it will surely work. So you can do that using our API system, using API. So using API from integrating your own software with the biosecurity software. So this is just like a software thing. But for the elevator and the visitor management, you have.
Sorry, but that elevator will not be your own elevator. They already have their elevator and their key cards.
Yeah. So by elevator, I'm not saying.
So are you saying
I'm not saying you have to buy ZKTeco elevator.
Are you saying API will work for it?
Yeah. Listen.
No,
by
not
elevator,
Teco elevator.
Yeah. By elevator, I'm not talking about you buying ZKO elevator. At ZKTeco, we don't sell elevators, right? But we sell an elevator controller, right? So if you have a smart elevator, you can integrate our controller with that elevator and you can use our software. So that's just it. So when I'm talking about elevator, I'm not saying ZKTeco sells elevator. So we are selling elevator controllers. So it is not like you overhaul your elevator system and now say you want to get ZKTeco elevator. No. So we are elevator controllers. We are selling elevator controllers. So if you have a smart elevator, you can easily integrate those the controller with your elevator control buttons. So and add our elevator to biosecurity. So that's it. So if you have a client that has a smart elevator, so they can easily all you just need to get from us is the elevator controller. Then you integrate it with the client's elevator.
Another question is this: what about public environments or corporate building where you have automatic door system? That one do not need, you just open itself. You don't need any control from anywhere. Just an access. You have something like that.
If we have
a kind of automatic door system that open itself. Let's say if you have gone to some hotels, the doors just open itself.
I get something that just opens without authorization or anything.
Without authorization, you just open itself. Okay. Do you have anything like that?
Presently, I can't say because this is actually not the section for that. But you can go to our website and chat with our sales personnel. So they are going to give you much more enlightenment on how you can go about that. So, but for now, let's keep it to the FaceKiosk and how we can achieve different solutions with FaceKiosk and our biosecurity. Okay, do you have anyone else before we proceed?
Yes, I'm here. You said something about you showed just a picture of temperature screening. So it will tell us what's it called, the degree of the person's temperature, right?
Yeah. So there's temperature screening on biosecurity, yeah, and you can integrate it with any of our. We have devices that does temperature detection. So to get that, if you see any of our to understand, well, probably you want to purchase any of our products. If you want anything temperature detection, just look for the model of our products with TD. So let's say we have SpeedFace TD, we have Proface X TD. So you can chat with our salespeople if you need any of our product that does temperature detection.
Okay. And the access control, I think you've mentioned a little bit about it. The last man that was called that asked the question, I think that one concerns automatic doors that opens by itself. And the meeting, I don't understand that one because you showed us in the picture that meeting, then leave and check out. The meeting will the device direct you to who you want to go and meet?
Yes. So here's how it works. You have every of our. So I'll be answering this question in line with our products because our products are designed to be integrated together. So let's say you have our devices mounted at every point, every office in our building, in your organization. Then at the reception desk, you have our FaceKiosk, right? So if you are in floor A, room 2, and you are a personnel of that organization, and a visitor is coming to see you, so all you just need to do is to put in the floor you are, the room you are, the name of the person that is coming to see you, the picture of that person, then you send it to the FaceKiosk. So when the person comes, all the person needs to do is validation. So once the FaceKiosk validates your information with the person that's with that visitor in question, so it sends the data to the biosecurity. So our biosecurity sends spreads those data across various modules, which one of those modules is the access module we are talking about. So in the access module, because you've set that you are in floor 1, room 2, so it gives that person, it's only authorized that person to floor 1, room 2. It limits that person to floor 1, room 2. So anywhere that person is taking probably a QR code, or you have a visible light device, any of our facial recognition device mounted at that point, so it will grant the person access at that point only. So if the person is going to floor 10, it won't grant that person access to floor 10. So that's basically what that's talking about.
Okay. That's well. That's good. That's good.
So let me show you all about security, so you can see what I mean by the idea of integration. So I'll be showing you the biosecurity from our in-house server. So I won't be really showing much because it's our in-house server. So
Sorry, can I ask another question?
okay.
Hello, yes.
Yeah.
There's I don't know if you have anything that has to do with magnets. Magnet access control. You mount it on your door.
Yeah,
and you have a remote control. You have that, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Hello? You have that.
Yes,
okay.
we have that. Yes, we have that. So let me go to. Let me go to biosecurity. So these are biosecurity. So you know one unique thing about biosecurity. I know, is any of us familiar with biosecurity? Please, if you are familiar with biosecurity, can you say something about it? Mr. Adekunle?
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Can you say something about biosecurity?
Yeah, in fact, I just recently installed it and used it with InBio Pro controller.
Okay.
Though I actually run into some difficulty at first adding the controller to the application, but later we were able to find a way around it when we got in contact with the support.
Okay.
But so far, so good. I believe it's very interactive. We installed the version V500 4.1.
5,000, right?
Yes.
Something like this. Yes.
Correct. Okay. And during the installation, we're able to choose those modules that are very relevant to us.
Oh, okay.
With what we want to.
Yeah, that's perfect.
So far, so good. We've had any complaints, though we are still actively interacting with the application to see how far we can go with it in terms of our security program.
Oh, okay. That's very nice. That's very, so if you have anything you need to know on the solution, you can reach out to us. So we'll give you full support on that. Thank you very much.
All right.
Yeah. So do we have any other person that knows about biosecurity, that have used biosecurity, that can quickly give a statement about biosecurity before we proceed?
And then, sorry, let me just add this. One cool thing about this is the fact that it neutralizes the need for a client application to be installed on all the computers that will have access to this application.
Yeah.
They deal with being able to use the web browser
yes,
on any computer online.
Just like I'm doing right now.
Exactly.
I'm actually using a MacBook, and you can't install biosecurity on an OS.
Exactly. So with the web browser, it decentralizes access to the application. So let me quickly add that too.
And also, if you have a public address, you can also manage it from anywhere you are, so as long as you have access. And you can also limit access to any modules. So let's say you have your HR team and you don't want them to have access to the HR module, you can limit the access. Have you gotten that?
No, I've not actually tried that out, but
yeah, I'll show you. I'll show you.
Some level of
compatibility
with department floors and areas as well.
Oh, okay.
We lose the area, yes, first floor, second floor, third floor, like that, and yeah, I believe it should maybe it's kind of so close to what you just mentioned.
Yeah.
Well, I would love to see it if.
Okay, I'll show you now. So what I'm talking about is roles and permissions you can give users.
Oh,
So
yeah, like administrator, monitor,
yeah, to what they can to what
entry, data entry.
yeah.
Yeah, I know. I've even added one by myself. I call it reporting.
Yeah, that's brilliant. I'm really happy
Basically,
when
for
I
people who wants to run reports to have access to run some specific reports.
wow. So when I
Remember,
see people using our products, I'm so happy about it. So thank you very much for the good feedback.
yeah, thank you.
Yeah. So let's proceed. So I'm going to be logging in now. So as you can see, this is the biosecurity. These are all the modules. So this is the personnel module, the access, the time and attendance, consumption. This is the elevator control modules. So we are using the FaceKiosk. So the FaceKiosk works with two modules. So first, this is the FaceKiosk module. So this module is where you add the device. So while these visitor modules is now where you set your visitor administrations and all that. So as you can see in this FaceKiosk module, just like the way you had our devices. So on the FaceKiosk, so the FaceKiosk is an Android-based system. We call it Easy Lobby. So it uses Easy Lobby. So Easy Lobby is also similar with our Android devices. So it uses the same configuration, the server setting, the ports, everything. So once you've done that on the FaceKiosk, you search and it drops the IP address of the FaceKiosk. So if you don't know how to do this, I have a document prepared which I'm going to be sharing it after this. So a FaceKiosk document so you can understand how the architecture works. So after adding your FaceKiosk, so one important thing is that when you add your FaceKiosk, you have to make it a registration device. So as you can see, this here is a registered device online. So if I should do this, you are going to see this change in status. You can see that it is offline. So you have to make it a registration device. So that's just one of the important things you need here. So now on the visitor management module, you can now perform any of your administrative work, any administrative work you want. So you can do reservation, audits, you can do invites. So this invite is what I was talking about. So let's say you are the admin. So and me as someone is coming to see me, I just have to talk to the admin. So the person can be admin, the person handling this module can be the admin, can be anyone. So you can restrict your system in such a way that the only access someone will have is to this module. So the person won't have access to the person managing your visitor management system, such as your receptionist. You can restrict them to every other module. You can restrict them to this reservation and probably entry visitors, all this, because these are the things they need, right? So you can restrict them to these modules such that whenever they log in into BioTime, this is the only module they are going to have. So once they have this, they can now say, so I can now talk to the, let's say I have the receptionist. So I can now talk to the receptionist. Hello, I have someone is coming to see me at so. So the receptionist knows my department. So we choose any of the department. Let's say I'm from technical support. So what's my name? Person has to search for my name. If my name is Karim, I shoot Karim into this. then okay, then content. Type any content, then put the email of the person. So once I do this, once I put the email of this person, I get a link on my email. Let me show you. I don't want to. I would like to show you this, but okay, let me make a quick demonstration of this email thing. Let me use a temp email. Temp mail. Let's see. This will work. So I'm going to be using a temporary email. So this is the email address. Let me copy this. Okay. So let me create invites. Let me choose. This is actually a live server. I'm just using this as a demonstration. So let me use this. Yeah, the content. Yeah, test invite. So you just need to put the email here. And let me click OK. So let's go back to the temp email and see and wait for it to drop. So once the reception is registered, so this is the name of the inviter. So this is the email address. So the email address can be the email address of the visitor that is coming to see me. So as you can see that ZKTeco VMS has sent an email to the visitor. So all the visitor needs to do is just go in here, click on the email. You can see the test invite, which is the content of this of what I imputed in of what I sent to the receptionist. So you can, if you invite you to register the visitor. So once I click on this link, so it takes me to the link to register myself. So presently, this link is embedded here. Is embedded here in the parameters. So here, we are using our public IP here. So presently the public IP is down. So if I should say, let me click the link here, so it won't open. But if you have biosecurity, I was talking to Mr. Adekunle. So you can, so you can try this out.
Okay.
You can try this out using VMS. So just set your parameters. So, but one more thing is that you have to set your email. So you have to set your email. So you have to use email providers like Sendinblue. So Sendinblue will give you like free just to test. So you can use Sendinblue as your email provider. So they are going to give you an API so that you can be able to use Sendinblue as a means to communicate. Sorry, let me hide. So you have to make sure that all these parameters are set. So also you can ensure that every notifications, every transactions are sent to this particular your receptionist. So if you want every transaction to be sent to your receptionist, you can have this. So you can put the email of your receptionist. You can put that here. So you can set various parameters like exit registration, permissions, if you are using a vehicle control, so this is not implemented here yet, but we are still working on it. So you can do all those parameters. You can integrate all those parameters with the visitors management. Also, you can see the transaction. So this is the transaction format. So visitor, last visited location, visitor history record. So you can see all this. So why bother use a record book when you have a solution that will actually work for this? So this is actually why it is very important to understand our biosecurity system and the functionalities on it. So I was having a conversation with Mr. Andekulin on setting user roles. So this is where you set the user roles in settings, then the role. So you can create a new role. So when you create a new role, you can set, let's say in the visitor module, I just want this role. Let me name this role code 56, role name for receptionist. So I can set this role code so that when I'm creating a user, I can add that user. I can limit the receptionist from accessing every module in the system, and I can also set a multi-login. So if you are like 4 receptionists and I want them all to be using the same password. So this is the role that I created. So I created the reception role. Okay. I think we are good. So let me click OK here. So the username is Recep. Okay, now let me now log in with Recep. Let me log out of our system and log in with Recep. So it will ask the reception to change their password, obviously. So let me use a stronger. So once I log into biosecurity, you would see that the receptionist, this receptionist user would only have access to just make reservation and send invites. So that would be the only thing the receptionist can do. So if I'm an employee in an organization, I just need to make a call to the receptionist, tell the receptionist so is coming to visit. This is the email of so that is coming to visit at this particular day at this particular time. And I send it to the receptionist. The receptionist sends a link. Also, there's an app. There's a biosecurity app also that you can make use of to make reservation. I have that on my phone. So if you can all see, this is the biosecurity app. So this is the reservation. This is the reservation part. So the host, department, the first name, company, mobile, visit time. So I can make the reservation here. So I can make a reservation. I can set the visit time. I can set the reason. So if I don't want to call the receptionist to help me send a mail to the particular visitor, I can do the reservation here myself. So this is how flexible biosecurity is. So when we are talking about biosecurity, we are not really talking about We are not talking about just the access module. We are not talking about just the attendance module. We are talking about the integration of all these modules together with different solutions that we have. So let me log out of reception. So if you have any questions, please, we can all ask. So this is basically what FaceKiosk does. So now I want us to, using this scenario. So before starting this Q&A part, so someone reached out to me, I think day before yesterday, and they were like, they want a solution whereby a school solution whereby the parents, so whenever someone is coming to pick the students or the pupils from school, they want the parents to be able to say, okay, this is so person is coming. Then they send the details to school, the details of the person coming to pick any of their children. So when they send that detail, they get it. And the person was like, yeah, they need a solution like that. And the first thing that popped into my head was FaceKiosk. So when you have a FaceKiosk, that can be easily achievable. All you just have to ensure is that every parent has the application on their phone. So you can make the parents have the applications on their phone, or you can make it in such a way that you have a line where the parents can reach out to the receptionist. Then the receptionist at the school, then the receptionist sends the detail of the receptionist sends a link to the person that to the email that you as a parent gave to the receptionist. So sends a link to the email or sends the link to you, the parents. Then you do the registration. So that's one solution that will work. So when we are thinking of solution, we should be thinking of how this can be applicable to this, how this can be applicable to this. We should not only limit it to what it can do. There are other things we can apply it to. So that's why it is always good to ensure that when we are giving any solution, we should always be thinking of the idea of integration. Should always be having the idea of integration in our mind. So a solution can come up where you would have to integrate your visitor management with access control. A solution can come up where you have to integrate visitor management with time and attendance. So we should always be looking at how we can effectively give these recommendations to our clients and how they can see the beauty of every solution that we have. So right now, I want, if I can have anyone come up and give a solution they think would be applicable using this FaceKiosk. It can be an hospital solution. I just want us to think of a solution. If we can't say it, we can type it. Then I'll say it. I'll tell everybody. So it's just for everyone to learn and see how this solution is.
Mr. Ife, good morning. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
My name is Timothy from Westgate Technologies.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Please, let's look at this scenario together. Yes, maybe sir. In an, what kind of solution am I going to use? Though I suggested FaceKiosk, but this time I didn't put ZKBiosecurity because the people have already gotten ZKBiotime 8.0. That's Biotime 8.0. Now,
okay.
And that was what they were using, so they wanted to upgrade. So I want to ask, should they continue on that for 500 users for 10 devices, or should they move from Biotime to what's it called?
Security.
Security. What is your suggestion?
So my suggestion would be, since you want them to really adopt these FaceKiosk for visitor management, right? And it won't really be nice to have different softwares, because what is our idea? Our idea is integration, and we know that our biosecurity has a time and attendance module. Although the time and attendance module is not as robust as Biotime 8, but it will serve the purpose. So we can move the existing solution to biosecurity. So add all the devices to the attendance module of biosecurity. Then now integrate your FaceKiosk to the FaceKiosk module of biosecurity. So you can have everything on one system. So rather than having all the devices on Biotime, they're now giving them another software for biosecurity.
Okay, can I use this with S922 because it's a construction site?
Absolutely, sir.
Okay,
Absolutely.
I can integrate ZK Biotime and biosecurity with S922.
Yes, using the attendance module, sir. Yes.
Okay.
Sir.
Okay, beautiful. Then can this go for 10 devices? How many devices can this go for? 500 users?
So when you are purchasing your license, let me show you something in the about section. So when you are purchasing your license, you can see here. So this will only support 5 time and attendance devices. So when you are purchasing your license, you can just tell our person, okay, I need a biosecurity license for 500 time and attendance device. So by this time and attendance device, it means in the time and attendance module, you can only have 500 devices. So now you can see that my attendance module has 5 of 5 time and attendance devices. It means I can only add 5 devices in my time and attendance module. So in my access module, I can add 26 to 50 doors in my access module. So so when we are making license, when we want to purchase license, we should always be looking at the devices we want to actually purchase. Then our salespeople can advise you on how you can go about it. So let's say you want to use biosecurity and you want to use elevator. So you won't just tell our salespeople that, okay, you want license for elevator. So you tell them, oh, I want license for 5 elevator control systems, so that they can give you 5 elevator control license, 5 device elevator control devices license that will work for it.
All right, noted.
Yes.
Okay. Good day. I'm sorry I joined in a bit late. My name is Taiwo Adeleke. I just wanted to clarify 1 or 2 things. Like I said, I came in a bit late, so you please indulge me.
Yes.
Okay, so from the little I got from when I came in,
yes,
your FaceKiosk does it issue cards? I think that's my first question. Does it issue cards? So once I have a QR code, I've done my registration online, I come with it, I scan. Does it issue access cards? For instance, if all the please go on.
It issues QR codes that will serve as access. So when your visitor, when they come into the organization, when they meet the receptionist, when they check their facing, so a QR code will be printed from the FaceKiosk. So that QR code will contain, so if you now have devices that works with QR, so you can now use that QR code that is generated from the FaceKiosk, you can now use it as access to every point.
So I think I'm mistaken. If the receptionist sends me a link, what do I get from my registration on the link?
So if the receptionist sends you a link, so what you are doing is that you are pre-registering yourself on the link. So when you pre-register yourself, you put in your details, you put in the time you'll be coming, the time you'll be going out. So the fact that the receptionist has added, you could see that here. Let me take you back to. You could see that in this invite. So this department, this ELD department, there's an access there's an access level for it. Let me click on one of the personnel and you see what I'm talking about. So you can see this level says, you can see HR, you can see all staff, you can see visitors. So there's a particular access level for ELD. So when the receptionist puts in this inviters department, so your email will only after pre-registering yourself as a visitor, so you only have access to those particular areas that has been
I understand.
By that.
I understand. My question is, when I register online from my own end as a visitor,
yes,
what do I get? You know, what do I print, or what do I get to when I go to the organization to present? For instance, if
you get a QR code printed.
Exactly. So the QR code, do I need to still meet the receptionist, or I go straight to the machine?
No. You don't have to meet the receptionist. You go
Fine. So I go straight to the kiosk, I scan it.
No.
Does it give to me?
No. When you come in after registering yourself, so your details goes into the FaceKiosk. So when you come to the organization, all you just need to do is to validate yourself with the FaceKiosk. So when you validate yourself, it generates a QR code for you, so you can have access to that specific place you are going. So that's what FaceKiosk does. So you can see that the FaceKiosk, on the FaceKiosk, so you can see that on the FaceKiosk there's a QR code. You can see that on the FaceKiosk there's a QR code section on the FaceKiosk where it prints out a QR code for you. So when it prints out the QR code for you, you can now use that QR code to scan. You can now use that QR code as access to wherever you are going.
Okay, so that means that invariably you have systems like access readers that uses QR codes.
That uses QR code, absolutely.
Yeah. That go through the building. Okay.
Yes. So if you also have devices that uses facial recognition, so you don't need QR. You just need to, the system just needs to validate your face. So once it does that, you can have access to any of the you can have authorization to the presets, to the devices that are preset to you specifically.
Okay, because the reason why I'm really asking this question is this. I get a mail, I register, I have a QR code. I go to the kiosk. Once I get there, is there a form of revalidation in terms of that if someone else sees my printout or has a copy of my printout, I can't make it, I send the person to the machine, will that person gain access and not me? I'm trying to clarify to see loopholes within the system.
Come again.
I finish my online registration, I get a QR code, somebody else sees it, makes a copy and goes ahead of me to the location.
The thing is, when you finish your online registration, you are not getting a QR.
What am I getting?
You are only getting the QR when you now, the online registration is just to register yourself. So you are only getting the QR at the point of entry into the organization. That's when
so what do I get when I finish my registration? What do I get when I finish my registration online?
No, you are not getting anything when you finish your registration online. So it's just when you register, you just pre-register yourself.
So what's the advantage of pre-registering? I'm just trying to, I hope you don't mind. I'm just trying to.
Yeah, I guess. I understand you. So
can I come in?
What it does is that when you pre-register yourself, so all you have to do when you get to the organization is just go to the FaceKiosk and verify yourself on the FaceKiosk. That's the only thing you are doing. So you are not doing any registration on the FaceKiosk again, because those data that you've pre-registered from your phone, they've been sent to the FaceKiosk. So all you just need to do is validation. So what do I take
to the FaceKiosk to? Do I have a code what do I have from that online registration that will take to the FaceKiosk? That's the question.
Yeah, you can have your facial identity. You can have your facial identity, or you can have it will basically be your facial identity. So you match your facial identity with the FaceKiosk, and it checks your facial identity with what you've imputed from the with what you've registered from your phone. So that's what it does.
Okay, so you have to take a picture. So if the picture
you
quality
have
is
to take a picture. Yes. So when you get to the FaceKiosk, it matches your face, and the FaceKiosk comes with anti-spoofing options. So someone else that looks like you can just come and
fine.
grant access. And once you do that, create a QR code for you. Then use that QR code.
So the temperature check. For the temperature check, what if I exceed the preset temperature check? Is there an alarm?
So,
what exactly?
Yeah, so for the temperature check, we have devices that does temperature check. So once you exceed the temperature check, you won't be able to gain access into the organization. Even if you have authorization, you won't be able to gain access into that organization. So that's what temperature check does.
Okay, so on the internal perspective, and that's within the organization, if Mr. A, do you have structures where you can set an approval hierarchy within a department or the set of departments like you showed? Every approval must be finalized or authorized by the head of department, quote unquote. Do you have that kind of structure within your system?
Yes, we do that.
So if I send to the receptionist, the mail will go to the receptionist and the supervisor have to approve.
The supervisor has to approve. Yeah, we also have that. We also have that on our attendance solutions too. We have that on our attendance softwares too.
Okay, so is this only limited to QR code, or you can also configure for just issuance or maybe cards, access cards, depending on your access control within the system?
Yeah, it depends on the access control devices or access control structure you are implementing in your organization. So it comes with QR, it comes with fingerprints, it comes with face recognition, it comes with card.
With card, okay.
Yeah.
So that means that you can issue out cards depending on the flow you are going to.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
It will just be a temporary card. So once it elapses the time, it automatically disables the card.
It disables the card, so you can't come out again.
Yeah, so you won't go, once you elapse that time, you won't come out again. So it depends on the structure. We can also do anti-passback so that if you check the card in, you have to check it out. So once you check the card out, you can't check it in again, and you can make it like a time function so that you have to check in by this time and you have to check out by this time. So it depends on whatever mode you want to use.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I'm thinking of something. Thank you.
Yeah. So you can, if you have more questions, you can ask.
Hello, sorry. For regards to what you just said, what if I decide not to use time? Just want to check the person in. When the person is checking out, he cannot have access to the infrastructure again.
Yeah, that's what I'm just saying. So you can make it a time function, or you can just make it, or you can just do a global anti-passback function. You can restrict it to whatever, you can set whatever parameters you want. So you can make it that once the person checks in and they check out, they can't check in again. Or you can make it a time function that they have to check in by this time and they have to check out by this time. So if it is not this time, they can't check out. So it depends on whatever parameters you want.
Okay. Can I also come in? What if I'm not pre-registered? What's the process like? I'll go to meet the receptionist, or I just go to the kiosk and do my
So that's when you cannot register yourself on the FaceKiosk. So that's when you can now do registration from the FaceKiosk itself, rather than.
Okay, so in one word, the FaceKiosk eliminates your interface with the receptionist. Just go there, do your thing.
Absolutely. Yeah. Just like a smart receptionist.
Yeah, so at the end of the day, who still gives authorization? I'm not pre-registered. I go there, the authorization will still have to be done before I'm giving a QR code.
Yes, absolutely.
So that means I have to stand there till I receive a yes or a no, or are you going to integrate a queue? Are you going to integrate like a queue management system where I'm giving a number, I go and sit down, and when my approval has been given, there's a call of my number to either hear approved or not approved?
Okay, so the thing is to ensure that to ensure a faster process. So if you are coming to an organization, you are basically coming to see someone. So, and if you are not going to be doing pre-registration, you are absolutely going to call that person. So the person is basically going to inform the administrator or the receptionist. So when you get there and you do your check-in, the receptionist is the person that is going to validate your entry into the organization. So everything will still come down to the receptionist if you are not doing pre-registration, because every approval will still boils down to the receptionist or the receptionist to the supervisor or whatever hierarchy they want to set.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Hello, Mr. Ahmed. So this is 12:21 already, but I know that people still have questions to ask. So
yes,
you can.
Mr. Fair, I have a question.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Mr.
Yes.
Omodi.
Yes, sir. Please,
Yes, sir.
I have a request from a client
Yes,
based
sir.
on solution like this, but they want to use it in the next state. So what the client said is that he want a situation where the residents of that estate can generate a code, a code, or maybe barcode, pin code for his or her visitor that is coming. So what he just need to go on his phone, generate the code, and send to the visitor that is coming. So when the visitor get to the gate, he just identify maybe the QR code to the device, and then he opens the gate. They want to do the stone style at the entrance for the so, but if it's for a car, so they will use the barrier.
Yes,
barrier. So can this go without solution?
Yes, absolutely. But for the QR code generation, you as the visitor won't be the one generating the QR. So the person you are coming to visit is the person you are coming to visit will be the one to generate the QR for you.
Yes.
Then send you the QR code to use as entry.
Yes.
So it will definitely work. But you as the visitor won't be the one generating the QR.
Yes, it's the resident that will generate the code. So like how many users can be the residents like maybe up to like 100. So like how can it go up to like each person have the software on their phone, the app on their phone to generate it?
Yeah. You can have over 500 app users.
Okay, fine.
Yes. So it depends on the license. It depends on
okay.
Your license, yes.
The license, fine.
Sir.
So if I want to request for price, who am I going to?
So you are going to contact our salesperson.
Okay.
Yeah. So just in the chat, just go to ZKTeco-com.
Okay.
So let me show you a brief so to reach out to us, how you can go about that.
Okay.
So so you go to ZKTeco.com.
Okay.
So when you go to our website, so you can choose whatever you want. You can contact us through WhatsApp or through Messenger, or you can chat with us in real time.
Oh.
So you are going to see a pop-up here.
Okay. Yeah.
So you can chat with us. So if I say I, so I can now, you can put your name, your email, your phone number. Then you can now choose the department you want to talk to. So if you have any issues with technical support, you can see that they are presently available. So you can reach out to our salespeople right now. So just click on inquiries, then you click on continue. So once you do that, it will send a message it will send a message to our customer care and our support team. So when they get the message, they respond to you in real time.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yeah. So I have a question.
Yes, sir.
In this security, can
Yes,
I
sir.
spool out a report? You can spool out a report.
Yes, different kind of reports for different kind of modules.
Okay.
So you can generate access
Can
reports,
you
you can do visitor management reports, any kind of report you want, sir.
Okay, you can be spool out.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, sorry, can I come in also? First of all, your kiosk, does it have its own power, battery, UPS power backup? Does it have anything like that?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't.
Okay, that's
So
one.
if you are deploying, you have to have a backup system. So it's, yeah.
Okay, so I noticed that it's a modular package. That means that we could remove one or two things. Our environment does not require probably facial or fingerprints. We can tweak it based on requests, I guess. Right?
Yes. It uses LCD, local development environment.
Okay. Then lastly, I don't know if you can have the slide and presentation or recording of this session.
Yeah, you are good to have that. So you just need to chat with. So the recording of this section will be on YouTube. So that's you can find it. You are going to find it on YouTube. So in few days, and the presentation slides. So you chat with our inquiry team. So they will send you the presentation slides. So you just go to our website. So like I explained, and chat, then request for the slide. Then they are going to send it to you.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah. Please, I would like you to talk more about the self-service aspect, the self-service aspect of FaceKiosk, because I know that FaceKiosk is supposed to be a device that should be operated without anybody, interfacing with a visitor. That means that's to say that the visitor is supposed to be able to use it to be able to register and to gain access into a facility. So can you talk more about that?
So I just explained that you can go about it in two ways, right? So you can have your personnel, you can have them register the visitor from the application, from the ZKBiosecurity application. So this is ZKBiosecurity application. So you can have them register using the ZKBiosecurity application, or you can have the link sent to your visitor for them to pre-register themselves. So you can do it in two ways. So I hope I answer your question, Mr. Frank. So do we have anybody? Do we have any more questions?
Yes, sorry, I wanted you to explain. Does the visitor register his or herself before coming to the facility or at the point of arrival at the facility?
Yeah, so the visitor can register his or herself before coming to the facility. Then at the point of arrival, they validate their facial template. They validate it with the device in question. So once they do that, they can have access. So as you can see here, this is the name of the inviter. This is the email address. So this email address can be I can register the visitor myself, or I can put the email of that visitor in question for them to pre-register. So, but using this format, I have to talk to the admin. Then the admin will do this for me. But if I'll be doing it myself as the inviter, I can make use of my biosecurity application. So using my biosecurity security application, I can now register the person from my application. So I can pre-register the person from my application using the biosecurity application, or I can just talk to the receptionist and give the receptionist the email of the visitor to get them to pre-register themselves, or I can also pre-register them using the email or using my application. So those are the options.
So another thing is, what happened to a visitor and in-house at the entrance level for the FaceKiosk?
What happened to?
I'm a visitor.
Yes.
I had an appointment and I didn't do pre-registration before arrival.
So you cannot register on the FaceKiosk.
Direct.
Yes.
What about the in-person? Are they going to be? Are they going to be registered in there for their movement? Because I just want to know this solution we are preferring for the construction site.
Yes, sir.
They want to monitor movement of every of their staff during their break time, during their arrival and their exit. So if this befits, I think this is good to go. But I just want to understand it more so that I will push it forward, especially for this ZKBiosecurity application.
So so with what you want to achieve, so you can integrate our surveillance system. So our camera system, you can integrate it. This is our camera module on biosecurity. So such that when the data of that person is on the biosecurity, so the camera can capture their facial templates. So our intelligent camera, we have intelligent cameras. We have the BS series. We have bullet cameras. We have domes. We have cameras that can do intelligent verification. So they do once the visitors data is on biosecurity, they get our cameras automatically detects the facial templates of the person. So if you have multiple cameras mounted at every point, they can track the movement and the exit of the visitor. And you can also limit the visitor to that particular area they are going to, such that they can't have authorized access to any other place except that particular area they are going to.
So can you suggest some, aside from that BS cameras and can you suggest other cameras? Can this dome and PTZ do such? Can it be incorporated into this alongside with FaceKiosk?
Yes, sir. Absolutely, sir. Every of our ZKTeco intelligent cameras comes in these different subclass. So we have the domes, subclass, we have the PTZ subclass, we have the bullet subclass. So for the models, you can reach out to our sales. They will give you a better model as to how you can implement this.
All right, thank you.
Sorry, quick one. Quick one, please.
Yes, sir.
Regards to what you just said. What if
Yes,
they
sir.
are not your product? The cameras are not your product. Can it still be integrated with it?
So
if the cameras are not your products.
So if the cameras are
like you have HK, you have
if they are home VIF compliant.
No, UniView.
So if they are home VIF compliant, absolutely.
They are IP cameras.
Yeah. So
and they are bullets.
They are bullets. Yes. If they are home VIF compliant, they can work with
view. I don't understand what you mean.
ONVIF.
Okay.
Yeah, so if they are on VIF compliance, they can work with biosecurity. Yes.
Okay.
All right, this is 12:25. I'm actually spending more hours here. So I actually enjoy taking your questions and talking to you all. So if you still have questions, I'm still here for you. So the meeting was, I was meant to round up the meeting around 12 o'clock, but I still feel so many people have a lot of questions to ask as regards this. So in 5 minutes, I think I'll be rounding up. So if you have any other questions, so like people are just asking questions. We are not giving solutions. Please give solutions. How do you think this can work? How do you think this solution can work? That's what I want. In as much I appreciate the questions you are all asking. So, but I also want you to give solutions as to how this can work. Any solution you have in mind?
Please, I want to ask about this the software.
Yes, sir.
Is it web-based only or on phone? You can generate it maybe through the app on phone. Is it app-based on phone too?
It is web-based, or you can also use this URL. You can also use your URL to visit the application on your phone. So it is a web-based application. Means yes. So once you install it on your system, so it gives you an IP address and a port. So once you have the IP address and a port, so if the IP address is public, so you can access the software, you can access it from anywhere. But if it is private, you won't be able to you can only access it within the network of your organization. So that's it. That's the beauty of it.
Yeah. Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, please. That software, does it have an expiring date or there's a way to update after?
Yeah, when you install our ZK software, you get a free trial of 60 days to try out the functionalities and everything on how this biosecurity software works. So it gives you 60 days trial. Then after that, you can now it will prompt you for license. Then you can now reach out to our sales personnel to get your license.
Also, another question I want to ask is like the issue of the time and attendance, like overtime and all of that, because I know you've lectured that far back then, but how do you manage that? Because seems how it's going to be seamless, like not going to, that difficult. So how does he handle that in terms of people that come for extended hour, overtime, and all of that?
I would love to answer this question, but this is about security question. So we're talking about time, but you can reach out to us on ZKTeco West Africa and your questions will be answered.
The another thing is for people who like the manual method, you rightly said that instead of using a manual method while you want to, maybe you have a lot of people coming to the reception and you have a lot of visitors at the time, and does it mean that though I joined it, does it mean that the person that is coming will have already been captured, or how did they capture?
So the person would have been pre-registered
before?
Yes, before coming. So that's the beauty of
so now, for instance, having people coming from different places, or let's say a consortium coming. So how can we initiate that kind of process? Is it going to be an app sent to those people's phones or how?
No, it is going to be a link sent to those people.
Okay,
So,
there will be a link sent to those people.
Yeah, consisting of the inviter's name. So like you are seeing here, the name of the inviter, the last name of the inviter, and the departments.
Okay, for those who are not techy enough to register, how do you manage that?
Then you can register them as the inviter. So you as the inviter can register them from your phone. So they don't have to do the registration. So from your app, from your biosecurity. Yes, so they don't have to do the registration themselves. So you can do the registration for them.
So once the DAOs come, it will just authenticate, right?
Yes, absolutely, and authorize. Okay, thank you very much for this section. I really appreciate your questions. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your feedbacks. So please, we'll be having another section in 2 weeks, and it will be on a different solution entirely, but it's still pertaining to biosecurity and biotime. So thank you all for joining. I'll see you in 2 weeks.